It's Pride. We can do a little bit more. How are we feeling today? Exactly. That's what I want to hear. I want the cars passing by to hear these screams so loudly that they pull over and come see what this man in the ponytail wig is talking about, okay? All right. This is your 5-minute warning. We are going to be getting started with our programming and with our show very shortly. So make sure you're saying hello to all of our fabulous resource tables around. Make a new friend. We'll get started in just 5 minutes.
smiling, trying to pretend that it's all fine. All this time, this kiss is on my mind. So what do we talk about? I mean, what was it all about? We all walk around like this. We all walk around like this. Why do we kiss at all? Why did I risk it all? We all walk around like this. We all walk around like this. I can't ignore your kiss. I can't keep doing this. I gotta get away. There's no excuse today. I can't ignore your kiss. I can't keep doing this. I gotta get away. There's no excuse today. Can't resist to watch her, but before we get to touch, I need a good excuse. So when they're through, what have I got to lose? I know I'm cheating on a friend, I'm smiling, trying to pretend that it's no use. I'm confused, can't I just tell the truth? So what do we talk about when we're going out? We all walk around like this, talk our way out of it. Don't act so surprised, everybody tells lies. We all walk around like this, we all walk around like this. I can't ignore your kiss, I can't keep doing this. I gotta get away, there's no excuse today. I can't ignore your kiss, I can't keep doing this. I gotta get away, there's no excuse today.
Dancing around in my tight dress. 하고 싶은 대로 해, cause I like that. Look at me, what I do, I'm surprised. At the same time, looking like a magnet.
Excuse me, need you a little salty. 숨기라고 해봤자 또 지나 like a lungy. So what enough, fed up with the girlie. 보기 싫은 건 저런 거야, 가면 편지. 정신없이 내가 나지 말아야. 너 있어 생각이 따라하는 건 no. 난 그래 믿어, 나랑 또 in the mirror. So here we go again, crazy girl, she's going down. Don't wanna be a brother, you know I'm sick around. Don't wanna be a brother, you know I'm sick around. 솔직하게 say some more. Don't wanna be a baby, yeah, just me say some more. I'm feeling some type of way, feeling type of way. Let's go, Well, feeling type of way, feeling type of way. Let's go,
Beauty, parachute, German, highs, future, nigga, brand new vibes.
Don't judge your book, but you always cover looks. I'm strong enough to move. Get it if you need it, 하늘을 숨기네. 정신없이 내가 나지 말아야. 너 있어 생각이 따라하는 건 no. 난 그래 믿어, 나랑 또 in the mirror. So here we go again, crazy girl, she's going down. Don't wanna be a brother, you know I'm sick around. Don't wanna be a brother, you know I'm sick around. 솔직하게 say some more. Don't wanna be a brother, yeah, that's me, say some more. I'm feeling some type of way, feeling type of way. Let's go, feeling type of way, feeling type of way. Let's go, 내일 땐 너무 쉽고 감출 땐 너무 지쳐 times. Yeah, never turning back, so 낀 대로 할게 왜 놀랬지 surprise. Yeah, I do me and you do you. Tell me what you gonna do, so keep it going on, girl. Don't wanna be a brother, you know I'm sick around. Don't wanna be a brother, you know I'm sick around.
All right. Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing out there? Beautiful. Thank you all so much for coming out to celebrate Pride Month with us. Yeah, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, all right? Beautiful. I am so excited for all of the fabulous programming that we have planned for y'all today. It's such an honor for me to be here in my home county, Santa Clara County, of course, celebrating Pride with all of y'all, celebrating Pride with so many fabulous orgs that I work with in my daytime job, very nearly and dearly to my heart. So many fabulous entertainers for y'all. And on that note, I think you're ready for the beautiful girl in the ponytail to stop her yapping and get to the party. Is that right? All right, beautiful. Before I get into that, I want to shout out our fabulous DJ who's been keeping the party going since y'all stepped foot on campus. Make some noise for the fabulous DJ Ayumi. Fabulous. DJ Ayumi, please, has been a longtime LGBTQ plus community advocate who has provided music for events across the Bay Area and Monterey Bay for over 25 years. Can you believe it? No? You're like, yes, we can believe it. Yes, we can. I don't see it. I don't see it. But let's get this party going. Before we welcome our fabulous entertainers to the stage, we are going to open up our Pride celebration with a land acknowledgement by Lydia Donis. So Lydia is a healing practitioner, cultural weaver, and traditional indigenous dancer who actively dismantles systemic inequities to liberate Black and indigenous communities. Rooted in these ancestral and healing practices, she currently serves as program manager at the Division of Equity and Social Justice to implement equity-centered trauma-informed outreach. Everyone, please help me welcome Lydia and the DESJ Community Engagement Team to the stage.
Thank you. Buenas tardes, good afternoon. Buenas tardes, good afternoon. It's always important to start by acknowledging the place, the people, and the relatives that host us here today. So I'm here to ask permission to acknowledge the indigenous tribes of this land, the Ohlone, the Tamian, the Muwekma, the Ramesan, the Amosan. But especially, I'm here to acknowledge Two-Spirit people that have been part of our community as long as the mountains have been here, as long as the trees are here. I burned a little sage earlier to remind us of the sacredness of Two-Spirit people. And as a guest on Ohlone land, as a guest from Guatemala, I am Cachiquel, and I'd like to just share a few words with you in Cachiquel, but I'm gonna say them in English so you understand what I'm saying. I'm going to ask the grandmothers of the waters to take care of our Two-Spirit community. I'm going to ask the grandmothers of the waters to remind us of the sacredness, the value, the love that the Two-Spirit community deserves and needs to have. I'm going to ask the grandmothers of the waters to protect our Two-Spirit community in these difficult times. And I'm going to ask the grandmothers that take care of this water, of this space, to create a path for movement, for sacredness, and for connection. Matiosh ukushka, matiosh ukushuleo. Matiosh wilahu imosh. Matiosh shoni meha susuni ha kahapaluna kakishha. Matiosh balamikitse balamakab ikbalam. Matiosh oloni. Matios, 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 Two-Spirit. Matios, Matios Tohil Awelitz, Hakawelitz, Halom, Kaholom, Ilom. Matios, Matios, Matios. Thank you, Heart of Heaven. Thank you, Heart of Sky, reminding us that every Two-Spirit person here is sacred, they matter, and they deserve to be safe. Thank you, thank you. And now I'm gonna switch roles as manager for the community engagement team. We're happy to be here and celebrate with you. Today is about joy, community, and honoring the collective work by so many people here, and that's what brought us to this historic moment. As part of tonight's celebration, we invite you to the activities area where we've set up games and places for you to be creative. These activities help us spark connection, play, creativity, and conversation around generations and identities. And I'd like to invite my coworker, Joyce Donla, who has helped curate this special area for you.
Hi everyone, I'm Joyce. How are we doing today? So first, let me just say that we also have staff from our Division of Equity and Social Justice here with us today. And this gathering here is a reflection of our commitment to intersectional collaboration, and our teams are so excited to share with you all the programs, have conversations with you, and deepen how we serve our LGBTQ plus communities. So our activities area is over there, so you can come play some games with us, contribute to our community mural, color, or just chat with us. And we also have a stamp rally going on today, so be sure to come over to the info booth over there to grab your stamp cards and come by all the resource tables. Thank you so much for joining our celebration today, and we look forward to hanging out with you.
Make some noise again for our fabulous DESJ team. I know, right? Setting the scene and the back for some fabulous activities to keep that party going. I just realized that I never introduced myself, so let me backtrack a little bit. My name is Daisy Estrella. Okay, we don't need to do too much coaching. I was gonna hold for applause anyway, and y'all just got right into it, okay? I'm getting the vibe then that this is not your first time celebrating Pride, your first time at a drag show, your first time seeing entertainers. Is this anyone's first time joining us, joining something like this? We're here in queer, we're partying it up. This is not our first rodeo. All right, with that being said then, I think y'all have a good idea of how things are going to run here today. We have some fabulous entertainers to set the scene before we get into our fabulous Pride flag ceremony. So, in order to get us started, I need to welcome our first performer. This next, well, I guess it's our first performer. This first performer is a legendary icon here in the Bay Area. She is gorgeous, she's iconic, she's tantalizing. Pico de Gallo is the co-host of The Cage at the Dirty Bird with me, and she has been putting South Bay drag on the map for nearly 10 years. I'm gonna say a couple words to describe her, and I want you all to clap after each one, all right? She is legendary, gorgeous, beautiful, tantalizing, and of course, putting that Q in the LGBTQ, she is going to bring quality to our performance today. Please help me welcome the one and only Pico de Gallo.
From the moment
keep it going for Pico de Gallo. I think she forgot that she sent the extended version of that track. All right, are y'all having fun yet? Beautiful, I want to hear it. Sharky, I saw you dancing, all right? I want all of us to take some notes from my friend Sharky over there. We're here to celebrate Pride. We're raising the Pride flag today. And we've got some fabulous entertainment. So if you see something you like, I want you to yell. If you see something that you don't like, just yell too, okay? Well, we want to spread the love. It's Pride season, right? But you're going to love everything you see here today. Trust me. And speaking of loving everything that you're going to see, we are going to keep the party going with our fabulous next entertainer. She is a wonderful, dear friend of mine, and she also is a regular at the show that Pico and I host together down in the South Bay. But not only is she a legend and icon, but she has accolades, baby, all right? Calypso is the Bay Area's South Asian sensation. Yes. Inspired by the grandeur of Indian cinema, pulses of pop music, and futuristic fashion, Calypso has captivated audiences all across the country. She literally just came back from NYC, like, very recently, all right? All right, Calypso is also crowned Miss GAPA 2024, so she is a title holder, and you will see that regalness here tonight. She effortlessly incorporates her culture into her artistry. Please help me welcome Calypso!
Feel my heartbeat. It's the same old feeling coming over me tonight. Me tonight. Feel it buzzing. Said I'm never gonna go, but tonight I think I might. Give my heart a ride. Bump in the night. The one can take me higher. No, it's been a while, baby, a while. Don't you still feel the fire?
Make some noise for Calypso! This is the most respectful drag show I have ever hosted. Y'all are very kind, sitting pretty. I appreciate it. But again, we are celebrating Pride, y'all, okay? We have a lot going on today, so I want to make sure that we're keeping this party going. Thank you. I heard one person go, woo. Let's keep that energy. There we go. Beautiful, because we have one more entertainer before we get into our, one more group of entertainers before we get into our fabulous programming for the evening. So, to close out the first half of our show, I would love to welcome some more dear friends of mine who I've worked with for many, many years. They are legends in the Bay as well, and I'm so excited to welcome Folklorico Colibri to the stage. They are an LGBTQ+ Mexican folklorico dance organization that includes the performing company Ensemble Folklorico Colibri and its training program, Academia Folklorico Colibri. Led by Maestros Arturo and Juan, the group promotes LGBTQ+ Latinx pride and preserves Mexican cultural traditions through education, community projects, and stage performances. So please help me welcome to the stage my dear friends, Folklorico Colibri. Keep it going for Folklorico Colibri. That's what I like to hear. We're getting there, right? I think we're warmed up now. What a fabulous way to kick off our Pride ceremony festivities. Am I right? Oh my goodness. Okay. I am going to officially welcome you now to our June Pride celebration here in Santa Clara County, hosted by my fabulous friends at the Office of LGBTQ Affairs. Beautiful. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you so much for coming, showing out. Thank you so much for being visible. Are y'all ready to celebrate some more today? Yes, thank you. I like you in the front. You're loud enough for me. I can hear you up here. What an incredible crowd that we have here tonight. I'm so excited that y'all are here joining us because we are literally making history right here, right now. So as we are kicking off our June Pride Month with a massive celebration of love, visibility, pure community joy, look around you because it did not look like this 10 years ago. In 2016, the county took a bold stand and established the Office of LGBTQ Affairs. Make some noise for our fabulous Office of LGBTQ Affairs. Can you believe it has been an entire decade already since this office has been working very tirelessly, I think, to support the well-being, the health, and the power of our fabulous LGBTQ plus community. Happy 10th anniversary to our friends at the Office of LGBTQ Affairs. Yes. I mean, maybe I'm biased, but I truly love our county because we are original, we are iconic in that way, and we have so many fabulous staff members on the Office of LGBTQ Affairs that make events like today possible. So keep that in mind as we're celebrating. Thank you so much for allowing us to be here today. But of course, tonight isn't just about looking back. It's all about lifting up our future. So some of y'all may have noticed that some graduates joined us in the crowd today. Did anyone celebrate a graduation other than the one person that I see out here? Well, let's make some noise for our graduate that is joining us now. Let's hear it for them. Yes. Tonight, we are combining our fabulous historic Pride flag raising ceremony with the first ever county-wide LGBTQ plus Lavender Graduation. So I am so excited that we get to combine these fabulous activities together to make one major iconic Pride celebration, I think. So with that being said, I want to, again, keep the love going for our fabulous graduates because, of course, traditional graduations don't always see us as LGBTQ plus folks. But tonight, we all see you, we honor you, and we celebrate your brilliant achievements. To our fabulous graduates, you are our future leaders, and this entire county is here to back you up. I think we're getting the hang of it. Every time I hold for applause, y'all are really hitting those cues. I feel like, I don't really got to do too much, so thank you so much. All right, with that being said, this powerful night is built on true unity, so I do want to extend a massive thank you to not only our incredible partners at the Santa Clara County Office of Education, but also San Jose State University's fabulous Queer Hope Institute for helping make this happen. Let's keep it going for them. Yes. Oh my God, I love it. There's so much to celebrate. All right, of course, tonight we are all here to reaffirm a promise. Santa Clara County is a place of equity, inclusion, and wholes belonging. For every single youth, family, and resident here joining us today and within the entire county as a whole, we love our Santa Clara County. All right, I bet you're ready for the beautiful girl to stop her yapping, is that right? No? Okay, I guess I could sing a song or two. Maybe later. I think it's time that we get our official party started. So I am extremely honored to welcome our first guest here. I have the honor of introducing District 4 Board of Supervisor Susan Ellenberg, representing much of West San Jose, Burbank, and the cities of Campbell and Santa Clara. Supervisor Ellenberg is a lifelong advocate, former educator, and attorney with extensive leadership experience, including serving as president of the California State Association of Counties. She actively shapes local policy as chair of the county's Public Safety and Justice Committee. Please help me welcome to the stage Supervisor Ellenberg. Thank you so much.
Happy Pride! So obviously we kick off this celebration with speeches from electeds. I don't know. I will be so brief, but I really did need to take an opportunity to just celebrate all of you and frankly to celebrate Santa Clara County. While the federal government and states across the country are doing their damnedest to erase this population, we on government property are raising these flags and celebrating for everyone to see. We know that Pride Month is a celebration of love, identity, community, resilience, and joy, but also Pride began as a rallying cry, a demand to exist openly, safely, and with dignity. And I know in today's climate, that feels ever more urgent. The Supreme Court and the tenor sent by the federal administration has demonstrated increasingly malicious ways to try to erase this community, to humiliate you, and to make very clear that your contributions hold no value. They could not be more wrong. And that's why moments like this matter. When we raise the pride flag and the progress flag here at Santa Clara County, we are making a visible statement that LGBTQ plus residents, youth, families, employees, and community members belong here, are valued here, and deserve to be celebrated. This year's celebration is especially meaningful as we also honor the 10-year anniversary of the Office of LGBTQ Affairs. Since its creation in 2016, under the leadership of my predecessor, Supervisor Ken Yeager, oh, he's right there, this office has provided leadership, advocacy, and support to advance the well-being, safety, and longevity of the LGBTQ plus community across our county. Through now not only the Office of LGBTQ Affairs, but Q Corner, the Gender Health Center, the Gender Affirming Behavioral Health Services, inclusive healthcare practices, and strong partnerships with community-based organizations, our county is working to ensure that our LGBTQ residents can access care, support, and resources that are affirming and responsive to their needs. But we know that barriers still remain, and that LGBTQ plus residents, especially transgender and gender diverse community members, continue to face disparities in healthcare, mental health, housing, safety, and acceptance right here in this county. So our work is not finished. That is also why today's Lavender Graduation is so powerful. To our LGBTQ Lavender graduates, we see you, we celebrate you, and we are so proud of you. Your achievements deserve to be fully recognized with joy. You are part of a long legacy of courage, leadership, and community, and you are helping shape a more inclusive future for all of us. So as we look at these flags today and get ready to raise them, may they serve as a reminder of how far we have come, the work that is still ahead, and our shared responsibility to build a county where every person feels safe, respected, and loved. I am so proud to stand with you as a partner and a steadfast ally in this work. Thank you. Congratulations to the graduates. Happy 10 years to the Office of LGBTQ Affairs. Protect trans kids, and happy Pride Month. And of course, I have this big thing. This is a Pride Month proclamation signed by the 5 members of the Board of Supervisors. So, oh good, and I see y'all coming up here. We're gonna do a photo op, so hang on one second.
I don't want to hear a moment of silence whenever y'all see me, all right? Can we deal with that? Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling so full of joy and love already. What a fabulous way to start off our Pride flag raising ceremony. But we're not done yet, okay? We have plenty of more special guests to bring to the stage. So please help me welcome our next guest in just a moment. Elected in 2020 as California's first openly bisexual and youngest Asian American state legislator, Alex Lee represents the 24th Assembly District covering parts of Alameda and Santa Clara counties. A lifelong Bay Area resident, he currently chairs the Committee on Human Services and the Legislative Progressive Caucus, earning multiple Legislator of the Year accolades for his work, snatching trophies as we love to do. Please help me welcome the legendary Assembly Member Lee.
Thank you, Daisy. I love being introduced by you, our marvelous queen. Can you give another warm round of applause to Daisy? No moments of silence. She's right. No moments of silence. Well, I'm Assemblymember Alex Lee, he, him pronouns, proud member of California's LGBTQ caucus, serving as our first bisexual state legislator. I'm happy to report this Pride that we are 14 out of 120 seats, meaning we are exceeding population parity in the state legislature. So even though about California 10% of the population is LGBT and 90% of them don't know it, we control 12% of the seats. But we will not rest until we have justice for all of our folks and we control 100% of the seats, okay? That is our agenda. But I'm really proud to be here today because it marks the 10-year anniversary of the LGBTQ plus Affairs Office for the County of Santa Clara, which, I will note, even San Francisco does not have one, okay? We beat them there. So it is very important that we celebrate this great win because we are a model for not just the rest of California, but the model for the nation. It is not acceptable that we are an afterthought in cultural competency. It is not acceptable for those in the highest rungs of power to try to erase our histories, erase our existence. It is important for us to be front and center, to be here and to be queer, and this office is one of those bedrock institutions that maintains our presence and maintains our rights in so many ways. While Supervisor Ellenberg talked about how the federal government is trying to erase and completely threaten any office that even mentions the phrase queer or LGBTQ, Santa Clara County, that I am proudly reside in and represent, firmly stands against that. So this is why this occasion is so important. This is why the 10-year anniversary is so important. And I want to thank all of my queer family here. I want to thank all of our friends, family, allies. And I want to thank our ops because we prove those haters wrong each and every year, okay? And in that spirit, I'm going to present to the Office of LGBTQ Affairs of Santa Clara County a resolution. It's kind of heavy, so I gotta hold this way. A resolution from the California State Assembly signed by myself, Alex Lee, Assemblymember Patrick Ahrens, Assemblymember Mark Berman, Assemblymember Ash Clara, Assemblymember Gail Pellerin, and Assembly Speaker Robert Rivas, our entire county delegation, in celebration of the 10-year anniversary of fighting for our rights. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Assemblymember Lee. I promised a slew of fabulous extra special guests, right? Let's keep them going. All right, please help me welcome our next guest to the stage. They are a formerly undocumented graduate of Stanford and Harvard Law. David Campos is a dedicated public servant who currently serves as a deputy county executive for Santa Clara County, overseeing equity and social justice. His distinguished career includes roles as a San Francisco supervisor, police commissioner, and general counsel to San Francisco Public Schools. Please help me welcome to the stage David Campos.
I feel so underdressed compared to Daisy. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Pride. Happy Pride. So, good afternoon again. My name is David Campos. I want to make 2 points today, and I want to begin by talking about someone who we're going to hear from in a little bit, and that's my dear friend, former Supervisor Ken Yeager. A lot of times in our community, as members of the LGBTQ community, especially some of the younger generations, we take certain things for granted. We look at how far we have come when it comes to LGBTQ rights, and sometimes think, that maybe it just happened, right? That it's something that has just been there. But those of us, not to age myself, that have been around a while can tell you that a lot of the things that we now take for granted are things that at a given point were very difficult to do. And especially here in the South Bay. And what's so incredible about Supervisor Ken Yeager is that he was out running for office when simply saying that you're gay was something that created danger, safety issues for you. When he was in the City Council of San Jose, he made sure that San Jose, for the first time ever, flew the rainbow flag at San Jose City Hall. When he came to the Board of Supervisors, he made sure that that flag was also raised at this plaza. And it wasn't an easy thing to do. And he also saw the need in the community and had the vision 10 years ago to create the Office of LGBTQ Affairs. And at that time, the first office in the country that did that. So can we give Ken Yeager not just a round of applause, but if you can stand, the standing ovation that he deserves for what he did 10 years ago? Ken Yeager, we wouldn't be here without you. He deserves that and much more. So we're going to hear from him in a little bit, but I want to talk about another thing before I leave. I'm a student of history, and in San Francisco, I was a San Francisco supervisor and really studied the life of Harvey Milk. And one of the things that was so important about Harvey Milk is that he, as a gay man, understood that you cannot be for gay rights if you're not also for women's rights, for the rights of immigrants, for the rights of people of color, for the rights of workers. He understood the intersectionality of the experience of being targeted, of being the subject of hatred, and that the same people that hate LGBTQ people also hate women, also hate people of color, also hate immigrants. And what's so beautiful about the County of Santa Clara is that we recognize the importance of connecting the dots and standing up for every community. And that's the reason why we in Santa Clara have the Division of Equity and Social Justice that fights for the rights of every member of our community. Because if you go after one of us, you go after all of us. And I will end with this. When it comes to the LGBTQ community, no part of the community is more targeted and persecuted than the transgender community. And I am proud that Santa Clara County has always been committed to that community. And I am proud to say that as Trump is targeting that community, what Santa Clara County is doing is we are doubling down and being there for that community. So we're just funding a transgender focused organizing effort, spending money on the transgender community when everyone else is walking away from them. We are saying, not in Santa Clara County. In Santa Clara County, we're all in this together. We belong because everyone belongs. Thank you so much.
One person remembered, but we got a few more chances to try it out, all right? Okay, I am so excited to welcome our next guest. Y'all heard a little bit about him already. Longtime icon here, history in the making, just as we are doing right now. But please help me welcome to the stage Ken Yeager, a longtime LGBTQ plus activist, elected official. During the time he served on the Santa Clara County Board of Supervisors from 2006 to 2018. You heard it once, you're going to hear it again. He created the Office of LGBTQ Affairs in 2015, raised the rainbow flag at the County Government Center for the first time in June 2007, and also funded the Getting to Zero campaign in 2015. Please help me welcome Ken Yeager.
Hello, Santa Clara County. Happy Pride. Thank you, Daisy. It's great to be introduced by you to this great crowd. It's wonderful to be here. It's a little hard for me to actually believe that it was 25 years ago when I was first elected to the Board of Supervisors. I realized that the rainbow flag, it was the rainbow flag at the time, not the progress flag, had never been flown here. And I said, well, that's not going to do. And so I got the permission with the county executive, and that flag was raised, and it's been raised for the last 25 years come June. So that's been great. And then in 2016, with the creation of the trans flag, we started flying that as well. So it's just really a compliment to the leadership here at the county for their support for our community. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about how the Office of LGBTQ Affairs came along. As David Campos was sort of talking about, you know, there's been a lot of people who have created organizations and led certain fights, but we often sort of forget how that all happened. And for me, especially since it's graduation for some people, you know, it shows that you too can make a mark in history. But the history of the Office of the LGBTQ Affairs began when I called for a health assessment of the LGBT community in my January 2013 State of the County address. I was aware of the unmet needs of my community, but I knew we needed to do a health study to put concrete numbers behind what I instinctively knew. The assessment was completed in December of 2013. The report concluded that there was a significant need for more services for the LGBT community due to health disparities, homelessness, mental health issues, foster care, lack of transgender medical services, etc. Upon release of the report, I called for the creation of the Office of LGBTQ Affairs, which was approved by the entire board in March of 2015. For those people who were in the chambers that day, they will remember how my 40 years of activism for the LGBT community took hold of my emotions because I knew of the long-term significance of the office. You aren't always aware of how far you've come until you've climbed all the way to the top of the hill and looked back on the battlefield below. It was then that I knew one of my most lasting legacy as the first openly gay elected official in the county was the creation of the Office of LGBTQ Affairs and all the great work that they would do year in and year out. It was the first and only time I've teared up at a government meeting when I made the motion to approve the recommendation. And if you want to watch me well up for 4 minutes and 56 seconds, the video is on the Queer Silicon Valley website. Many county department heads were in support of the office from the very beginning, and I thanked them all in my talk. But one person I pointed out in particular was the county executive of the time, Dr. Jeff Smith, for his unwavering support. And as you know, the office was opened with the hiring of Maribel Martinez in January of 2016. If something like the office had existed when I was a new SJSU graduate, I would have been ecstatic to either work or intern there. It would have been a dream come true because no such work or careers existed. Maybe one of the biggest gifts our older selves can give to the next generation is to create jobs that we would have wanted for our younger selves. So thank you for inviting me here today for this very special remembrance. It's great to be with all the directors of the office of the past 10 years. Happy anniversary, office!
Keep it going for Ken Yeager. Now, we are going to welcome another historic icon from the Office of LGBTQ Affairs. Please help me welcome Maribel Martinez. They are the founding manager of the County of Santa Clara Office of LGBTQ Affairs during its creation 10 years ago in 2016. They bring over 2 decades of experience working with nonprofits across Santa Clara County on issues spanning education reform, community safety, social services, health outreach, and public policy. Please help me welcome Maribel Martinez.
Good evening. Buenas tardes. Nari Chusku, Hikineshki Maribel Martinez. My name is Maribel Martinez, and I was the founding manager for the Office of LGBTQ Affairs for the County of Santa Clara, the first office of its kind at the county level in the United States. I am so honored to speak today, celebrating 10 years of this work. Double digits, folks, double digits. In the beginning, no, just kidding. In the early years, there were 3 of us. AJ Hikes at the City County, Philadelphia, Sheila Alexander Reed in the Mayor's Office of LGBTQ Affairs in DC, and me in the West Coast, here in Santa Clara County. Our office was small. We started with a budget of $16,000. For the first 9 months, it was just me and a management analyst, Ashley Scarborough. After her departure, we hired a public ally, Matt Ibarra, and then came our fabulous management analyst, Amy Lantonay. And the team kept growing. Thank you, Ken, for all those budget requests that kept getting granted and the board. Then came Larry Little. Then came Anthony Ross, Benny O'Hara, Isa Garcia, Robin Byers, Jordan Betancourt, Aaron Fitzgerald, Crystal Haney, Kalani Lewis, Kevin Gaitan, Daniel Moretti, Lashana Meeks, Danny Castillo, Quinn Mai, and several other interns and fellows that we were fortunate enough to work with in our office. And if they're here, please raise your hand, please stand up. You were so instrumental to the work that we did. Folks stayed with us for as long as we could hold them, for as long as we can keep them here before they moved on to other county roles or other community roles. And we had wonderful community partners from the youth space, from Outlet, Avenidas, Billy DeFrank, Community District, folks from the Rainbow Chamber, folks from San Jose State. Bonnie's been a diehard from the beginning, back to our San Jose State days together, dreaming up spaces just like this. And we had national partners, the National Center for Lesbian Rights with Shannon Wilbur, Rhodes Perry, Dr. Angela Irvine, and many others doing this groundbreaking work. All this to say that it's been a group, a network, a community effort of love. I was honored to lead this work with an amazing team for 5 years and be part of dreaming up all the programs and spaces that did not exist before this. I was working with Dr. Jackie Newton, Dr. Mitch Gavelber, Erica Arana, creating the Gender Health Center, with Amy and Alicia Muskis dreaming up the Q Corner, the Gender Care Clinic, with Benny and the community creating the New Haven Inn, the only LGBTQ plus centered shelter here in Santa Clara County, with the Georgetown crew creating the LGBTQ Summit that now is an annual occurrence for our county, and with the entire Office of LGBTQ Affairs, and with Benny at the helm as designer, creating the Soji astronaut. Over the years, the county participation in SV Pride has grown with awesome t-shirts from our comms team. Comm teams, you're amazing. This has been a dream job, but I'll tell you, it hasn't been easy. These canas were not here 10 years ago. We experienced heartbreak together. We saw and responded as a community to the Orlando massacre. We saw and responded to Black Lives Matter, to the pandemic, to the death of Natalia Smut-Lopez, and we rallied together to say over and over again, Santa Clara County is a place where everyone belongs. What's made this work enjoyable, challenging, purposeful was that it required creativity, relationship building, and thinking outside the box and into all the spectrum of the rainbow. And while I know that I had my fair share of errors, missteps, and doubts as the inaugural manager, I have always been able to have the remarkable support from the amazing leadership of our board, especially Ken Yeager, the supervisors that followed, our deputy county executives, who you heard from today, David Campos, who came back not just once, but came back twice to lead these efforts, our DCE, Rocio Luna, our director, Dr. Ana Lilia Garcia, our CEO and our COO, who always made sure that there was a path forward, a budget, and opportunity for the Office of LGBTQ Affairs. And now I've been at the county 10 years, and the last 5 with the Division of Equity and Social Justice, where the DESJ folks make some noise. They've been the ones that have been escorting folks around the space, creating activities, making sure that everyone knew where they were going, that our all-gender restroom for today was open and available. They do wonderful work, all for community. And I still get to support this work and champion the leadership of Daniel Moretti during our hardest time in the pandemic, and then now championing our fearless leader, Sarah Fernando, in this work. Sarah, Becca, and Saldi, who lead these efforts now, are truly queer magic in our space. And I can truly say that this office saves lives, changes community, and has changed me in a profound way. I get to see this pride flag, both of these, every day, and on days like this, the beautiful faces of our diverse, brilliant, vibrant LGBTQ community. Thank you so much, Santa Clara County. Thank you, community. And here's to many, many more years of celebrating Pride and continuing the transformative work of the Office of LGBTQ Affairs. Un abrazo, un beso. Gracias.
Keep it going for Maribel Martinez. All right, I wonder if y'all are catching on now. We have a little theme going. We're walking you through the history of the Office of the LGBTQ Affairs, all right? So here to share a little bit about the middle years of the Office of LGBTQ Affairs is Daniel Moretti. Daniel Moretti was program manager in 2019 and then interim manager of the Office of LGBTQ Affairs between 2020 and 2022. Daniel has more than 20 years of experience working at the intersections of LGBTQI+ equity, storytelling, film, and research. Please help me welcome Daniel Moretti.
Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Daniel Moretti. I use any pronouns with positive intent, and I'm currently Program Management Director at the Pride Study out of Stanford, and I'm also an organizer with Lead Filipino. As you heard in my intro, I had the pleasure of being part of the Office of LGBTQ Affairs, first as a program manager in 2019, and then as interim manager from 2020 until early 2022. I'm going to stop talking about my background at this point because my sun and my moon sign are both Leos. So if I don't stop now, it's going to be the whole speech just talking about myself. So I joined the Office of LGBTQ Affairs back in September of 2019. And a few months later, it was March 2020. And I think we all know what happened then. I'm really glad that I was paying attention during my county employee orientation, where the potential to be a disaster service worker was just a bullet point in my new training. But a few months later, it took a whole new meaning. 2020 was a historic year to be a public servant in the Division of Equity and Social Justice. We were engaging communities in the census and in a presidential election, and all through a global pandemic. What stands out to me when thinking back on these times is the way that the Office of LGBTQ Affairs invoked the talents and the wisdoms of our LGBTQI+ people and ancestors to do our work differently in order to continue to serve our communities. Our LGBTQI+ communities are rich in innovation and creativity. And while we were in unprecedented times, sadly, it was not our first rodeo when it came to navigating a devastating disease and finding new ways to stay connected. Through the painful memories of the early years of COVID-19, there are also memories of coming together. The office partnered to host outdoor wellness and vaccination events with drag queens to create a welcoming environment for our community so that they know that they could be trusted. We moved all of our in-person trainings to be virtual. And listen, y'all, this was the early days of Zoom, so it was actually pretty wild, and that's actually a really big accomplishment for back then. We also co-created new events, like an LGBTQI+ History Month Halloween-themed online trick-or-treat trivia session. This brought lots of much-needed social connection during this deep time of social isolation. And let me tell you, the Office of LGBTQ Affairs really knows how to create an experience. I learned so much about how to create experiences, not just events, through learning from the wisdom of Sarah Fernando, when we were the dynamic duo leading the office of a staff of 2 while everyone else was doing their service as a disaster service worker. Working at the Office of LGBTQI+ Affairs was my first job in government, and I think I got a crash course. It was really an invaluable experience that has had a positive impact on both my personal and professional life. I was born and raised in San Jose, but growing up gay, gender nonconforming, and brown, I never saw myself in government. I never even imagined in the realm of possibility for myself. I am deeply indebted to the leadership of Ken Yeager and to Maribel Martinez. Maribel took a chance on hiring me and giving me an opportunity to work in government when I did not have the experience. My work was within government. My work was within nonprofit LGBTQ community engagement and storytelling, and she trusted that I could harness these talents for application in local government. She was a mentor to me, even while spending 12-plus-hour days as a disaster service worker. It was through the Office of LGBTQ Affairs that I came to truly appreciate what a gift it is to live in Santa Clara County with so many brilliant LGBTQIA+ community leaders and organizations. So during our present times that are not just challenging, but I know also scary and violent for our LGBTQ communities, I try to draw from the same energy that I did during the early years of the pandemic, invoking the wisdom, creativity, and stamina of our LGBTQI+ people and ancestors. We have always been here, and we need to make sure that we will always be here. Congratulations to the Office of LGBTQ Affairs for 10 years. And here's to the next 10 years and next 100 years. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes, let's welcome me back indeed. All right, we are inching closer and closer to raising these pride flags. Are y'all ready to see them go up? I said, are y'all ready to see these pride flags go up? Beautiful. All right, in order to do so, I need to welcome a extra special guest to the stage. Not only do this guest and I work very closely together when I am not looking as fabulous as I do today, but you know, we do so much together. It's truly such a pleasure to work with this person, and I'm really excited to welcome Sarah Fernando to the stage. Sarah Fernando leads the County of Santa Clara Office of LGBTQ Affairs, and she is also an equity and social justice practitioner. She works to create inclusive spaces where authenticity and equitable access empower all of us to achieve more. Here to lead tonight's flag-raising ceremony, the one, the only, Sarah Fernando.
Hey y'all, happy Pride! Today's a special day for so many reasons. We are celebrating Pride Month. We're also celebrating our 10-year anniversary. And we are also celebrating the first ever county-wide Lavender Graduation in collaboration with the Santa Clara County Office of Education and Queer Hope Institute. So give it up for the Lavender graduates, y'all. Now, y'all, I'm getting in between the Lavender graduates raising that flag and y'all, but I do have some quick words. And while it is Pride Month with festivals, parades, and celebrations, Pride does remind us that some of our biggest celebrations aren't measured by attendance numbers, sold-out events, or global audiences. They're measured by people. They're measured by community. They're measured by whether every person can feel safe, healthy, and prosperous and welcome here in Santa Clara County. Although if anybody knows if Madonna or Beyonce are available for our next Pride celebration, definitely let me know, and maybe we could think about that in the budget. But Pride is, of course, a celebration. A celebration of legacy. It asks us to look back on the last 50 years plus of LGBTQ progress and reflect on the work that we've built here together locally, choosing inclusion over exclusion, and creating spaces where LGBTQ plus people can belong. 10 years ago, as the Office of LGBTQ Affairs was beginning its journey, I was recovering from gender-affirming surgery just a few blocks from here. Yes, I used to live 5 blocks away off of 5th Street, and I didn't even know what this brown building did. But I do remember a lot of things during that time. I do remember when the Billy DeFrank Center had its first Rainbow Crosswalk that was created, right? I do remember going to listening forums that the Office of LGBTQ Affairs created in naming the Gender Health Center. I remember that the resources for folks here were growing as I was growing into my own identity. I also remember being able to be invited by Ken Yeager to the LGBTQ plus flag raising ceremonies that were here, being part of Women's Equality 2020, and also being asked to be part of the 2020 census. That was my first encounter being able to be part of county work, and that got me interested. So when I got the opportunity to join the Office of LGBTQ Affairs, I saw it as an opportunity to celebrate what I'm known for in bringing visibility to not only LGBTQ, but especially to trans, gender diverse, and intersex folks across the Bay Area. Over the last decade, this office has worked alongside communities to help uplift voices of the LGBTQ folks, including LGBTQ plus older adults, LGBTQ plus youth, transgender, gender expansive, and intersex folks, people with disabilities, and LGBTQ plus communities of color. We celebrated joy through pride events and proclamations like today. We've gathered in remembrance during World AIDS Day and Transgender Day of Remembrance. We developed resources and informed directly by community on resources such as our LGBTQ plus Know Your Rights trainings and cards, as well as our Care Connection card. We have convened community leaders, county partners, advocates, and policymakers to build new initiatives and address some of the most pressing issues that LGBTQ plus people face. And we continue to do so. Today, however, I want to especially recognize our young people. This is the first Lavender Graduation, and it's more than just a ceremony. It's proof that y'all survived explaining sexual orientation and gender identity to your teachers. It shows that you avoided awkward conversations of what bathroom to use. And it shows how you were able to code switch between your biological families, your chosen families, and whatever our queer mapped selves are on Discord and TikTok. Graduating is a statement that you belong, that your achievements matter, and that there's a community standing beside you. You are part of a legacy that stretches across generations of LGBTQ plus people who dared to imagine a better future. And while we celebrate today, we also recognize that there are still forces that seek to take away our sense of safety and steal our joy. And yet one thing remains true. Queer and trans people, especially queer and trans people of color, have always built joy in the face of adversity. We have always created community when others continue to create barriers. We have always expanded what is possible. Our legacy is joy. Our legacy is resilience. Our legacy is love. And whether it's like the finger snapping or the sleigh or it's giving, obsessed or period, our culture continues to shape the world around us. Some of us county folks are still trying to keep up with queer terminology and queer slang, and so be on the lookout for our next county training, maybe. We could teach you that. Because queer and trans people are not just part of history. We are history, past, present, and future. So as we celebrate Pride Month, the 10-year anniversary, and Lavender Graduation, may we honor the legacy that brought us here, celebrate the joy that sustains us, and invest in the young people who will carry this work forward. Because by the end of the day, pride is joy, pride is community, pride is all of us, and happy Pride, y'all. And now, for our LGBTQ plus Pride flag raising ceremony, I'd like to invite folks from the Santa Clara County Office of Education and the Queer Hope Institute to have today's Lavender graduates raise today's Pride flag.
Look at those pride flags go! And thank you to our friend Becca holding the tie right up there. Oh my my gosh. The breeze is really working in our favor. Thank you to our gay gods for literally letting that pride flag flow. Amazing. Do we want to welcome more folks for a photo before we go on, or shall we do that later? All right, I would love to welcome our fabulous Office of LGBTQ Affairs friends back to the stage to take a photo with the pride flag. I would also love to invite anyone who has ever touched foot in the Office of LGBTQ Affairs as a staff member to please come join our fabulous team up here. Don't be shy. Y'all are history makers. Be proud of everything that y'all have accomplished here. The county calls Issa to the stage, please. Issa Garcia, if you are in the building, we would love for you to hop into this photo. Oh, they're coming, they're coming. Make sure y'all are like 0.5ing those in your iPhones, fisheye lensing it. We want to make sure we get the top of that pride flag. Both pride flags. Beautiful. Round of applause again for our fabulous Office of LGBTQ Affairs, our Lavender graduates, our friends at the Queer Hope Institute, and truly all of you for being here to celebrate this monumental 10-year anniversary with us. Beautiful. Are y'all ready to be entertained some more? I think so. All right, we are going to welcome back our fabulous entertainers to the stage to celebrate this monumental occasion. Again, 10 years of the Office of LGBTQ Affairs, our fabulous pride flags flying high above Santa Clara County for all to see to kick off our celebration. Please help me welcome back the legends of Folklorico Colibri. Are they here? They're getting ready. They're missing their cue. That's all right. That's all right. That's what I'm here for, right? How are we feeling out there, folks? Great, right? I can only ask y'all how y'all are doing so much, but you know, it's good to do a little temperature check, especially now during Pride Month, during Pride season. I do want to bring attention to our fabulous community partners that are here joining us. So if you are representing one of our fabulous LGBTQ plus organizations, I want to bring attention to the fact that all of the groups here are intentionally placed to support our Lavender graduates, young adults, youth, and teens as well in your journeys as you move forward. So please make sure that y'all are saying hi to our friends that are representing all of our fabulous community orgs out here. And again, there is a stamp rally going on. So if you're saying hi to them, there might be a little prize at the end for you. Let's see, are we ready here? Not quite, not quite. We're waiting for Folklorico Colibri. Beautiful. Beautiful, all right. Is this anyone's first time joining us to celebrate Pride here at the Office of LGBTQ Affairs? Your first time visiting? Oh my gosh, so many of y'all. How are you enjoying it so far? It's amazing, right? I mean, I like to think that it has to do with the hostess. She's really, she's beautiful. I mean, I don't know. I was catching glimpses in the mirror as I walked by, and I was like, God damn, dang, I look really good. Oh my gosh, as do all of you. What a fabulous crowd. Thank you so much for coming out. One moment. Do you think maybe we could move to another performer in the meantime? Okay. All right. You want to go first? All right, to welcome us all back to the second half of our entertainment portion of the evening, please help me welcome to the stage fabulous drag entertainer, legend of the stars, She's sweet, she's spicy, she's everything in between. Please help me welcome to, never mind, she's coming back. Okay. Are we proceeding with Folklorico Colibri? Yes, y'all ready? Okay, we'll proceed as planned. We'll proceed as planned. Ignore everything I just said. She'll be back in just a moment. Please help me welcome to stage the fabulous talents of Folklorico Colibri. Keep it going for the fabulous team of Folklorico Colibri. Thank you so much for joining us here today on this historic, monumental occasion. If you would like a photo, now is the time to take it. Make that bow, babies. Fabulous. Keep it going on their way out. Show them some love. Exactly. We're celebrating Pride, right? Thank you. Thank you to my two fellow queers in the back. We love you. All right. Are y'all ready to see some more drag? I know I am. I spoke a little bit about her earlier, so I'm not going to get too into it, but I just want y'all to know that she's beautiful, she's legendary, she's tantalizing, she's a tall glass of water. Please help me welcome to the stage a dear, 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 dear love of mine, Pico de Gallo.
I'm freezing outside. My coat is inside. When I look up at you, I treat your pain right. Oh, when you're in tonight, tell me when is the next time I'll run into you? It sounds insane, right? I'll take the same flight, wait at your bedside. I'll watch right next to you. I'm going stateside, where I'll see you tonight. Tell me how did a guy like me get into you? girl, you say. No one treats me this way. Are all boys out here the same?
Make some noise for the ever county appropriate Pico de Gallo. The show is not over yet. Are y'all ready for some more? I think so. I know I am. You saw her once. You're going to see her again. She is legendary here in the Bay Area, and she's also a dear sister of mine. If I could bring her with me everywhere I go, I mean, I basically do, I would. But, you know, for those other 10% of the times, I wish I could keep her in my pocket. Please help me welcome to the stage none other than my dear friend, Calypso.
but she thought she was gonna get with me.
Keep it going for the 10 dancing toes of Calypso. We are not done yet. Everyone gasp. Oh my gosh. I think we have one more performer. I'm not sure who it is, so let me go ahead and collect my notes here. All right. This next performer is a community advocate and educator by day and pop princess by night. With nearly a decade of drag experience, she is recognized for her doll-like beauty, glamorous aesthetic, and campy humor. From televised appearances on PBS, co-producing a monthly drag show with Pico de Gallo, and hosting community events across California, this performer has built a reputation as both an advocate and a short and sweet entertainer. Oh, wait a minute, that sounds like me. Please help me welcome to the stage my third favorite performer, Daisy Estrella.
Please state your name, age, and height for the camera.
My name is Sabrina. I'm 26. And hasn't anyone ever told you it's not polite to ask a woman how tall she is?
Okay, sorry. You may begin.
Thank you for dinner, baby. I had a really great time. I really loved the conversation and the two car self-drives. The pineapple air freshener is my favorite kind. Well, this is me, but if you have time, do you want the house tour? I can take you to the first, second, third floor. And I promise I'm not, this is on that floor. Just want you to come inside. The never took you to the back door, house floor. Yeah, I spent a little fortune on my last floors. We can be a little reckless 'cause it's short. I want you to be your hug till die. Baby, what's mine is now yours. Are you coming in or what?
Keep it going for Daisy Estrella. So beautiful, so gorgeous, so petite.
Just enough time to catch my breath there. Did y'all enjoy that? Are y'all having a good time here celebrating 10 years of the Office of LGBTQ Affairs? Beautiful. We have unfortunately reached the closing of our programming for the evening. Everyone say, aw. But I had such a fabulous time with all of you. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much for coming to celebrate Pride with us. Thank you for raising this fabulous Pride flag. And let's thank our fabulous performers, Calypso and Pico de Gallo. Our fabulous friends at Folklorico Colibri. The tantalizing talents of DJ Ayumi, please. The amazing community partners that joined us here today. And of course, we could not do this with all of you. So thank you so much for coming. And last but certainly not least, let's make some noise for our hostess, Miss Daisy Estrella. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this beautiful evening with you. It's truly been a pleasure. Now is the time for y'all to check out the fabulous activities that we have set up. Come say hi to the girls, take some pictures, and let's celebrate the rest of our Pride Month, yeah? Awesome. We'll see you out there. DJ Ayumi, please, could you take us out, please?